Hey guys, welcome or hopefully welcome back to my channel, Rad Roots Yoga, where movement meets breath. My name is Brittni and I will be your facilitator for your practice today. We are going to get started laying on our backs, all the way down, arms down by our sides, slightly pulling the shoulders together on the back body. We're going to take a few breaths here on our own. Just taking the time to close out the rest of the world. Eyes are closed down, relaxing the muscles in the face, the jaw, the tongue, the cheeks. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. We're going to inhale slowly in through the nose. And exhale, pushing the air out through the mouth, letting it go. 4 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Open the eyes, lift the hands. We're going to place the backs of the palms together. So the wrists are bent. Maybe you fold the fingers in. We're circling out the wrist in one direction, keeping them connected the whole circulation movement. You might hear some pops. As we are getting everything warmed up and ready to move. Reverse the direction of the circle. And just give them a nice little shake. Arms down by our sides. We're going to plant the feet by the hips as close as you can to them. Slightly lifting the pelvis, interlace the fingers underneath, and then we're pressing the hips up towards the sky. The weight should be mostly in the shoulders, not so much in the neck. Flexing through the glutes, the hamstrings, getting the back side of the body warmed up. And we're just going to be here for a few breaths as well. Let's release the fingers and slowly lower the hips to the mat. Extend the bottoms of the feet up towards the sky. Using the strength of the core, we're sending the toes backwards and the hips up and over into our plow pose. And I realize this is early on in our practice, so if there's any real discomfort, please back out of the posture. Slowly lower the hips back to the mat. We're tucking the fingertips behind the kneecaps. We're going to find a gentle roll or two up and down the spine, just getting enough momentum to plant the bottoms of the feet to the mat and send the hips up. We're all meeting in a forward fold Uttanasana at the top of our mat. Go ahead and clasp onto opposite elbows here. Find a gentle sway back and forth, something like a rag doll. Slight bend in the knees, hands to shins, and half lift, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, curling in, root to rise, slowly and controlled. Rolling up the back body one vertebrae at a time. Palms and gaze are going to meet overhead. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, step the left foot back to meet it. Plank pose. Find some gentle circles, very small. Again, warming up the wrist a little bit. Then we're going to gently lower the knees to the mat, and then the belly, and then the heart. We're planting the forearms to the mat. And on your exhale, we're opening the heart and the gaze up towards the top of our mat. Lower the heart. Plant the hands underneath the shoulder. Tuck onto the toes and press up to plank. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing. First downward facing of practice. Find a gentle sway of the hips. Maybe pedal out the feet. Whatever feels nice. Inhale the right toes up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step the foot through the hands. Step the left foot to meet the right at the top. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, curling in, rolling up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, neck and head last to lift. Palms and gaze meet overhead. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back first this time, then the right to meet it. Lower the knees to the mat, then the belly, then the heart. Plant the forearms to the mat, and then open the heart and the gaze up towards the top of the mat. Lower the heart, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck onto the toes and press up to plank pose. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Inhale the left toes up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Step the foot through. Step the right foot to meet the left at the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curling in and rolling up, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet overhead. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. This time we're hopping back, landing with bent arms and chaturanga. Landing light on the toes. If you do not have this in your practice, go ahead and step back like we have done before. If you are jumping with me, here we go. Weight into the hands, landing with bent arms. Chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees, sending the hips towards the heels and the heart towards the thighs. You can step, hop, or handstand to the top of the mat. Next place we meet is forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet overhead. Reach up and out of the waist. And then circle the arms down and around. Palms are facing towards the top of our mat. On your exhale, we're opening up the heart towards the sky, pulling the elbows backwards and squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we're opening up the heart towards the sky, flexing through the glutes, keeping a strong activated core. And then send the hips back as the arms come forward. So we're in this funky chair shape position with the arms straight out, parallel to the ground. Come up onto the toes. Send the arms to airplane wings. Send the hips up towards the sky. Slowly lower the heels to the mat. Slowly lower the hips towards the heels as the arms come down and up. Drop the hips to the mat. Roll back. And using the strength of the core, legs are coming up and over. Plow. And just like we've done before, we're tucking the fingertips behind the knees, finding a gentle roll up and down the spine until we can plant our feet and lift the hips into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, curling in, root to rise, rolling up, neck and head last to lift, palms and gaze meet. We'll do that 2 more times. Circle the hands down and around, palms facing forward. And on your exhale, we're opening up the heart. And inhale, send the hips back, arms come forward. In our squat here, maybe you set a little bit deeper. Come up onto the toes. Send the arms back to airplane. Press the hips up towards the sky. Slowly lower the heels to the mat. Lower the hips on top of the heels as the arms circle down and up. Drop the hips, and we're rolling all the way back to our plow pose. Gently lower the hips, place the fingers behind the knees, and find a gentle roll. Plant the feet, send the hips up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curling in, rolling up, root to rise. Neck and head last to lift, palms and gaze meet. Last one like that. Circle the hands down and around. Palms facing forward. On your exhale, you're opening up the heart, pulling the elbows back. Inhale, send the hips down and back, arms come forward. Come up onto the toes. Arms to airplane wings. Send the hips up. Slowly lower the heels to the mat. Hips lower on top of heels. Arms circle down and up. Drop the hips to the mat and roll all the way back to plow. Release the hips to the mat and find your roll up and down the spine. Meeting in our forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, curling in and rolling up. Palms and gaze meet overhead. Starting the first sequence of practice, inhale the left knee up and into the chest. Extend the left leg long. Toes are pointing or pulling back towards the face. Strong in the standing leg. Bend into the left knee. Open the left knee up. Extend the left leg straight. Bend into the left knee. Send the left toes towards the back of the mat as the upper body levers forward, finding parallel in our warrior 3. Gently deliver toes, left toes to the back of the mat. Arms are still reaching forward. Turn to the inside of the left foot as the upper body twists towards the left. Arms are still reaching. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into the front right knee. Then arms are coming to a T. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Left fingertips are up towards the sky. Straighten through the right leg in our triangle. Press forward into the right foot. Left toes are going to lift in our half moon. Hips and shoulders are stacked as if you're stuck between two flat walls. Circle left hand down, planting both hands to the mat. Left foot meets the right. Bend into the arms until you can plant the knees to the back of the elbows. Shift the body weight forward. Coming into our crow, maybe you lift one foot from the mat, then maybe you lift the other. And we're holding here for a few breaths. Engaging the core. Long, steady inhales, long, steady exhales. From here, we're stepping the right foot to the back of the mat. And then left. Plank pose. Exhale, halfway lower. Chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, roll over the toes. Send the hips up and back, downward facing. Drop to the forearms and take a little step forward with the feet in our dolphin pose, pressing the heart back towards the thighs. Lift the right toes. From here, we're playing with a switch kick of the legs. So we're gonna kick off the left toes, switch the legs mid-air, and land with the right toes down first. When you're ready, here we go. And it's okay if it's not pretty. Press into the palms of the hands, lift the elbows from the mat, downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step, hop, or handstand to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, curling in, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet overhead. That same sequence on the right side. Inhale the right knee up and into the chest. Strong through the standing leg, extend the right leg straight. Pulling the toes back towards the face. Rebend into the right knee. Open the right knee up to the side. Extend straight through the right leg. Bend back into the right knee. Send the right toes towards the back of the mat. Upper body levers forward in our warrior three. Deliver right toes to the back of the mat. Arms are still reaching towards the top of our mats though. Very active in this shape. Turn to the inside of the right foot. Right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. And then upper body is twisting towards the right. Arms are coming to a T, left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Right fingertips are up. Extend straight through the left leg. Shift forward into the left foot, gently coming off the right toes, transitioning to our half moon. Right hand circles down as both hands plant to the mat. Right foot meets the left. Bend into the arms, planting the knees to the backs of the elbows or the armpits. Shift the body weight forward. Maybe you lift one foot, maybe you lift both. And we're holding here for a few breaths. This time we're starting to step back with the left foot. Then the right, plank pose. Exhale, halfway lower. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Drop to the forearms. Walk the feet forward, just a little tiny step into our dolphin. And again, we are playing with a switch kick in Pincha. Let's start with the left toes up first this time. We're kicking up and then switching the legs in the air. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't hold that one very long, but that's okay. Drop the right toes to meet the left. Press into the palms, lifting the elbows, downward facing dog. Inhale up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step, hop, or handstand to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curling in. Rolling up. Palms and gaze meet. All right, we'll do that sequence again on both sides, adding on just a little bit. Inhale, left knee up and into the chest. Extend the left leg long. Bend the left knee. Turn the left knee out. Extend the left leg straight. Bend the left knee. Send the left toes back. Upper body levers forward. Warrior three. Deliver left toes to the mat. Upper body is reaching long. Turn to the inside of the left foot. Upper body turns left. Arms come to a T. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee, left fingertips up. Straighten through the right leg. Here we're adding on. So we're going to come up with the upper body. Start bending into the left knee as the hips come on top of left heel. Right toes are up. Hands are at heart center, Skandasana. Lower the hips all the way to the mat. Right hand finds left ankle. Left fingertips come up and over, trying to find the right toes. Gaze is up towards the sky. Releasing the toes if you have the grip. And with the help of the hands or not, we're pressing back up to our Skandasana. Turn on to the ball of the right foot. Plant the hands on either side of the left. Inhale, the left toes go up. Three-legged down. Bend into the left knee, and then we're dropping left toes off the mat behind us. Lower the hips, and then open the heart towards the sky and wild thing. Bring the left knee up, and then replant the left foot between the hands. Turn towards the right. Right toes go up, hips on top of left heel, Skandasana. This time we're moving through center, transitioning all the way to our half moon. Pressing into the right foot, left toes lift, left fingertips are up towards the sky. Circle the left hand down, planting both hands to the mat. Left foot meets the right. Forward fold. Bend into the arms. Plant the knees to the backs of the elbows. Lift the toes. And hold. This time we'll hop back, landing in chaturanga. Light on the toes. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, downward facing. Drop to the forearms and take a little step forward with the feet in our dolphin pose, pressing the heart back towards the thighs. Lift the right toes. Here we go. Press into the palms of the hands. Lift the elbows from the mat, downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes. Bend into the knees. Step, hop, or handstand to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, curling in, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet overhead. All right, that sequence on the right side. Inhale the right knee up. Foot is flexed. Extend the right leg long. Bend the right knee. Open the right knee up. Extend the right leg long. Bend the right knee. Send the right toes back. Upper body levers forward, warrior three. Deliver the right toes. Arms are still reaching. Turn to the inside of the right foot. Upper body twist towards the right. Arms come to a T. Left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Right fingertips up. Straighten through the left leg. Here we're adding on. So upper body comes up. Start bending into the right knee as the hips find the right heel. Left toes are up. In our Skandasana. Drop the hips to the floor. Left hand finds the right ankle. Right fingertips come up and over. Reaching towards the left toes. Releasing the grip if you have it. With the help of the hands or not, we're pressing back up to our Skandasana. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Plant the hands on either side of the right. Inhale, the right toes go up. Bend into the right knee. And then drop the right toes off the mat behind you. Lower the hips. And then open the heart towards the sky. Bring the right knee up. Replant the right foot between the hands. Turn towards the left, hips on top of right heel, Skandasana. From here, we're transitioning all the way to our half moon Ardha Dandrasana. So we're shifting through middle, pressing into the left foot, right toes lift, half moon. Circle the right hand down, planting it to the mat next to the left. Right foot meets the left. Bend into the arms, plant the knees, shift forward, lift the feet. Again, this time we'll hop back, landing in chaturanga. Holding just a little bit longer than we want to. And then going. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, Downward facing. Drop to the forearms. Scoot the feet forward one step. Dolphin pose, pressing the heart back towards the thighs. Inhale the right toes up, playing with a switch kick in the air. Press into the palms of the hands. Lift the forearms, downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step, hopper, handstand to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curl in, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Okay, that sequence one more time on each side. We're going to speed it up to about 1 breath per movement, and then we'll start to slow it down quickly. When you're ready, inhale, left knee up. Extend the left leg straight. Bend the left knee. Open the left knee. Extend the left leg. Bend the left knee. Send the left toes back, upper body levers. Warrior 3. Deliver left toes. Turn to the inside of the left foot, upper body twists. Arms to a T. Straighten through the right leg. Transitioning all the way to Skandasana, hips on top of left heel, right toes up. Drop the hips, right hand, left ankle, left hand, right toes. Release, pressing back up to Skandasana, turning to the ball of the right foot, plant the hands on either side of the left foot. Left foot goes up. Bend left knee. Drop the left toes off behind you and open the heart up towards the sky. Replant the left foot between the hands. Turn towards the right. Skandasana. We're moving all the way through center to our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Circle the left hand down, planting both hands. Left foot meets the right. Bend into the arms, plant the knees, lift the feet. Send the feet to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale up and through. Exhale, downward facing. Drop to the forearms, lift the left toes, play with the switch kick. Dropping the toes back down. Press into the palms, lifting the elbows, downward facing. Come up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step, hop, or handstand to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curling in and rolling up. Palms and gaze meet. Last sequence, last side. Inhale, the right knee up. Extend straight through the right leg. Bend the right knee. Open the right knee up. Extend the right leg straight. Bend the right knee. Send the right toes back. Upper body levers, warrior 3. Deliver right toes. Reach. Turn the upper body towards the right side. Arms come to a T. Straighten through the left leg. Transition all the way to Skandasana, hips on right heel, left toes up. Drop the hips to the mat, left hand to right ankle. The right fingertips are coming up and over for the left toes. Release. Using the help of the hands or not, press up to Skandasana. Turn to the ball of the left foot, plant the hands on either side of the right. Send the right toes up. Bend the right knee. Drop the right toes off behind you. Lower the hips. Open the heart. Bring the right knee up. Replant the right foot between the hands. Turn towards the left. Skandasana. Moving through center, transitioning to our half moon. Circle the right hand down, planting it. Right foot meets the left. Bend into the arms, planting the knees, lift the feet. Hop back, chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, downward facing. Drop to the forearms. Right toes left. Play with a switch kick. Press into the palms, lift the elbows, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step, hop, or handstand your way to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, curling in and rolling up. Root to rise, neck and head are last to lift, palms and gaze meet. On your next inhale, we're circling the arms down. Palms are facing forward. Exhale, open up the heart. Pulling the elbows together. Inhale, send the hips back, arms come forward. In this funky chair pose that we have been in more than once in this practice. We're going to come up onto the toes. Send the arms to airplane wings. Press the hips up. Slowly lower the heels to the mat. Lower the hips on top of the heels, arms circle down and up. Drop the hips. Roll all the way back to plow. Lower the hips to the mat. As you do, make a 90-degree angle with the legs. So the calves are parallel with the ground. We're gonna have one last little pop of heat for our core before we take it down. We are going to place the fingers on the nape of the neck, keeping the 90-degree angle and keeping the small of our back, our low back, as flush with the floor as we can keep it. So we're keeping it really pressed into the floor, the entire movement. And we're gonna tap for 10. Here we go. Remembering to keep the angle. Drop for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to tuck the fingers behind the kneecaps once again, but we're just going to come to a seated position. Arms come up, palms touch, reach up and out of the waist, and then extend forward. Fingertips reaching for the toes. Maybe they find the toes, maybe they land on the shins, maybe they're on the knees. Wherever you are in your practice is perfectly okay. Just make sure to meet yourself there. And always try to find an edge. Eventually, we're letting our heads hang here as well. Taking a few cycles of breath here on our own, letting our bodies know that we are coming to an end here. And then next inhale, reach long through the fingers, using the strength of the core, we're rolling all the way to our backs. Draw the right knee up and into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. Arms come to a T or cactus, whatever your preference. And we're dropping the right knee off the left side. Inhale back to center. Extend the right toes long. Bend the left knee up. Give it a little squeeze. Arms are out. Drop the left knee off the right side. Inhale back to center and the knees drawn into the chest. Lift the head and shoulders from the mat, clasp onto opposite elbows, and lower the head back down. Compression squeeze. If there are any other postures you'd like to add to your practice, now is a good time to do so. If you are thinking of turning this off, please do not. This is arguably one of the most beneficial parts of our practice, is how we learn to meet ourselves in a place of stillness. Extend the right leg out long, and then the left leg. Arms are down by our sides, heels together, big toes out. Shoulder blades together on the back body. Relaxing the muscles in the face. We're going to have one last inhale and exhale together, making it the largest that we have taken all practice. Inhaling in through the nose and holding at the top for just a second once you've filled up with air. And exhale through the mouth, letting everything go. And as your body finds its natural rhythm of breathing, go ahead and drop in. For now, this is where I will leave you. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend time here today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, and respects the light in each of you. Until next time, namaste.